As we see the movement in Beijing to try to identify how to deal with the insurgency in Hong Kong, it should be recognized that the fact of the matter is, by going to cryptocurrency for their currency and their government, will enable them to monitor who's purchasing what necessities for those protests in Hong Kong. And then not only be able to monitor what they're doing with that currency, but then to also shut them down. I've always thought that a good rule would be that you get suspended from your phone. Perhaps, if you're being inappropriate with your phone or you're being inappropriate with your medium, then you get suspended from it. You're locked out. 60 days, no contact. You get shut down from your place and all that stuff. Sometimes I think that this would be a better punishment for people who act out, do things like threaten people online. It's not right for me to be angry at someone and then threaten them when I have no intent of actually having communication, just intent for harm. And we see in Hong Kong specifically the intent. There was a man there that spoke up on behalf of his homeland, which is Beijing, and said that the protests were wrong, and those children then lit him on fire, attempted to murder him. And that's okay, of course. The insurgency, which is getting paid by the criminals who don't want to be extradited, who are living there in Hong Kong, who are producing fentanyl, who are producing drugs, who are shipping it through Taiwan. The whole world should recognize that this pro-Hong Kong movement is only supporting the idea that Hong Kong can make it on its own, and it cannot. The leadership behind it is the United States of America, pro-democracy movements like little Marco Rubio and others. Payments are being made to the protesters to keep protesting, to cause harm, to inflict damage. How much money would it cost if you poured gasoline on a man who said he loved his country and then burned him, lit him on fire? Though they say that they are afraid of a time like Tiananmen Square where tanks ran over them, I do think that the Great Dragon is much more intelligent than that. In fact, I know so. And he will lure you into the worst trap you've ever been into. You have no need for currency. And without currency, you have no value. You are a useless people if you cannot buy, sell, or trade with one another, as you are not trustworthy. The truth is that your protests in Hong Kong are demonstrable on the fact that the United States of America and other entities have been involved in them and have promoted them, misled you down a path where you have forgotten the faces of your fathers and your own history. Tragically, you have left it behind in the belief that you will get better democracy by destroying that of which is around you and of the elders' beliefs. That by throwing down those that have cared for you and harming them in the streets, dropping bricks on people's heads and leaving them dead on the side of the road, shooting bows and arrows at police officers and dousing them with gasoline as well, this will help your cause. Truly, let me have you remind yourselves of what the United States did in Chicago against the protesters and the dead there. Rodney King was beaten in the United States. Beaten in front of people on video camera by police officers for the whole world to witness. A highly melanized man on the ground screaming as officers wailed upon him with sticks. They protested, and still to this day nothing has been done. So what will the United States do for you, Hong Kong? You eateth your own tongue and you swallow your own ass. For you have disgusted the world, and you are disgusting. And you deserve not democracy, you deserve righteousness and punishment for what you have done. The children of Hong Kong do not matter. There are plenty of people in China that will take your place. You are not better than any other people. You are just people. You are an abandoned colony, just like every other abandoned colony in the world. Shame on you, and shame on the face of your fathers. God bless God.